I'm moving on. And we are going to focus a little bit on the opposition. Rahul Gandhi, who professed to fight his opponents with love, hurled a shocking jibe at the Prime Minister in Rajasthan today. Let me quote what the Congress president said. He said, "Gali gali mein shor hai, Hindustan ka chaukidar chor hai." Now, we all know who he means by raking up the phrase chaukidar. This remark is in complete contrast to what Rahul, who vowed to not indulge in vitriolic politics, complete opposite to his commitment. Listen to this, viewers.
आपके अंदर मेरे लिए नफरत है, आपके अंदर मेरे लिए गुस्सा है, आपके लिए मैं पप्पू हूँ, आपके लिए मैं अलग अलग गाली दे सकते हो, मगर मेरे अंदर आपके खिलाफ इतना सा भी गुस्सा, इतना सा भी क्रोध, इतनी सी भी नफरत नहीं है। मैं कांग्रेस हूँ और ये सब कांग्रेस हैं और कांग्रेस ने और इस भावना ने इस देश को बनाया है। इस बात को आप कभी मत भूलिए।
नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कहा था, मैं देश का प्रधानमंत्री नहीं बनना चाहता हूं, मैं देश का चौकीदार बनना चाहता हूं। और आज देश के दिल में, राजस्थान की जनता के दिल में एक नई आवाज उठ रही है। गली गली में शोर है, हिंदुस्तान का चौकीदार चोर है।
Well, is there a profound hypocrisy that is holding back this Congress president? Let's throw this open. Simple, straightforward question. Shadad Poonawalla is there with us. So is Nalin Kohli, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Ashutosh Mishra is also there with us. Now, I want to begin with you, Mr. Ashutosh Mishra. Does Rahul Gandhi not practice what he preaches? Is he unreliable? And if he is replete, sir, with falsehoods, why should the people of this country elect him? And this is not my words. Today he has been called out. His alleged falsehoods have been called out by a union minister called Mr. Jaitley.
The people should vote for him because he stands by what he says.
Right.
He is a well-wisher of Narendra Modi, and that's why he was merely informing Mr. Modi what the people of India are saying now.
Right.
So that Mr. Modi can correct his course.
How does he know what the people of India are saying when they don't elect him or his political party to power?
No, because he has been going through India, and just not being elected doesn't mean that
so does Mr. Modi actually go through India. He travels perhaps much more
and gets elected.
And gets elected. So someone is buying one of the messages and not the other.
Mr. Modi says his Man Ki Baat, he doesn't hear what Janta has to say.
Okay, let me bring in Mr. Kohli. Mr. Kohli, you're being reminded, says Ashutosh Mishra, in reference to the falsehoods that are obviously being purveyed by Rahul Gandhi. Do you need a reminder, sir?
Mr. Shiv Shankar, I must say, as a practicing advocate, we are used to coming up with new constructions on certain statements or interpretations, but I must compliment Mr. Ashutosh Mishra for coming up with the most novel construction that I have heard in a very long time. That Mr. Rahul Gandhi, as a well-wisher of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, is reminding him about what the audience is saying. That's novel. And I must compliment it. I mean, it has nothing to do with the truth, of course, but it's indeed novel, and credit to him. Let's look at the facts. Mr. Rahul Gandhi wants to be in public space. Today on social media, I was watching a video in which Mr. Rahul Gandhi's figures are changing with every speech. He said that the NPA problem was 1,10,000 crores in one speech, became 120, 1,30,000 crores, 1,40,000 crores, 1,50,000 crores. It's just a compilation of what he says. Mr. Rahul Gandhi is anything but consistent. He's inconsistent, or he lacks consistency in his career, in his profile, in looking after Amethi, in his words, in his deeds. So he's an inconsistent leader. And therefore, when he's saying the statement, let me give my two-piece to what Mr. Mishra says. In the 80s, on a TV program, a child told an anchor that these days it's being said, gali gali mein shor hai, Rajiv Gandhi chor hai. That poor anchor was paraded, beaten, blackened his face by Congress workers. For a child who said it, and this was on live TV. Now is Mr. Rahul Gandhi picking up a clip from that? Does he expect that this is how it is communicated? If he's a well-wisher, pick up the phone and go and meet Mr. Prime Minister Modi. And how does he say that Man Ki Baat is a one-way street? He obviously doesn't listen to that program. In Man Ki Baat, hundreds and thousands and millions of letters have come so far. Mr. Modi and Prime Minister Modi through his app is interacting daily. Those videos are tweeted. We retweet them.
So they are
why? So here is a leader who has no performance to show, but wants to take on a leader in Narendra Modi ji who has only performance to show. So it's a narrative of falsehood. And as Mr. Jaitley says, it's a clown prince.
Gali gali mein shor hai, Narendra Modi chor hai was raised in parliament also. Let me remind you of that also. So it's not the first time that this slogan has been heard in India. And to say
Rahul,
that he's talking about his NPA figures. Today we are not talking about NPA figures. Today we are talking about
because you spoke about parliament. Let me just give you an intervention of parliament.
Who accepted that
before you move on,
when Mr. Malia,
one second. Before you move on, just 1 second. On parliament, because you spoke about parliament, Mr. Manmohan Singh, you know, once there was an incident where some MPs had shouted about Mr. Manmohan Singh that he's a chor. So he got up in parliament and said, no other country in the world can the Prime Minister be called a chor. Forget everything else. Today, Rahul, 1 second, sir, please, I do not interrupt you. I do not interrupt you. 1 second, Ashutosh, don't become a heckler and a stone pelter. The only thing is that today Manmohan Singh's advice should be followed by Rahul Gandhi, point number 1. Point number 2, who is involved in tax chori, in national health ka chori, is calling others chor. And you said that we are going to meet, gale milne wale the, ab gali de rahe ho, gale milo gali do, gale milo gali do, gale milo gali do. No, I disagree with Nalin. I disagree with Nalin. I disagree with. Listen, I disagree with Nalin. Rahul Gandhi is a consistent liar. Rahul Gandhi is a consistent liar. You are only you're only for
one second, 1 second. Don't borrow a leaf from Rahul Gandhi's book. Gentlemen, 1 second. I want to bring in.
Truth hurts.
Okay, let me bring in Suman
DNA. मौत का सौदागर हो या नीच हो या अनपढ़ गवार हो, ये डीएनए में खोट है। गाली देने का
चाय वाला
नरेंद्र मोदी,
एक मिनट रुक जाइए 1 minute.
One second, Rahul.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad that Mr. Nalin Kohli brought up the boy who spoke about Rajiv Gandhi. Now, what Mr. Nalin Kohli didn't actually tell us at the end of that story was how the opposition used that and carried that slogan. That became the slogan of the 1989 election. It was carried to every street corner of India by the opposition parties.
By VP Singh.
So, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, I don't agree with this kind of uncivil debates in public space, especially between senior leaders. But you have to remember that an opposition won an entire election calling Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi's father, a chor. So I think that you have to look at it both ways. So when it comes to one side, either both are incorrect or one half alone can't be wrong.
Yeah, but there is a difference here. There is a difference, a small difference.
The opposition says
Rahul Gandhi has taken a position to swear off this kind of...
Rahul Gandhi should also take back
so
his
1
statement.
minute. There is one position. VP Singh never promised the world that he would not use this phrase. You see, Rahul Gandhi has set a standard for himself. I presume that Rahul Gandhi would set a standard for himself when it comes to deliverance, when it comes to setting goals for development, etc., etc. If he can't keep those standards, then there's a problem. It's a bit like Mr. Kejriwal, who promised us a kind of clean, no, it's a bit like Mr. Kejriwal. He promised us, 1 minute.
Tell the people what the people are feeling. He is just repeating what he had heard.
But if people are feeling this, why aren't they voting for him, sir?
The votes are due in Rajasthan.
That we don't know. That's a big mystery.
Italian people must be feeling this.
No, 1 second. That's a big mystery. Let's not get personal. Let's not get personal. 1 second. 1 second. Let me bring it on this point. Let me bring it. 1 minute. Okay, 1 second. Ashutosh, Mr. Ashutosh, 1 second. Mr. Mishra, Mr. Punala, relax. Calm down. Let's not be churlish. Now, 1 minute. Let me bring in Mr. Kohli. Mr. Kohli, look, the defense invariably comes down to you did it, so we are also entitled to do it. We are exempt from holding on to our stated positions. How do you respond to that?
See, I think on a serious note, Rahul, I think what the issue is, when Prime Minister said, मैं चौकीदार हूँ और मैं प्रधान सेवक हूँ, सबका साथ सबका विकास, these are the Honorable Prime Minister's statements. He meant it. There is no scam or blemish on this government. So Mr. Rahul Gandhi knows he's up against a very, very unequal fight. A fight of a man who works from morning to night non-stop, a government which doesn't have a single scam, and also a government that is working for the poor. I mean, it's not a joke. 35 crore bank accounts open in trust. Please don't disturb me, sir. Hear me out, Mr. Mishra. This is rude. I heard everybody. If you don't wish to have a civilized debate, I can't force myself to be uncivilized to you.
Let me
finish my point. Please respond. Let me please respond. I will not disturb you.
Okay, you have 30 seconds, sir. Make your point. 30 seconds.
This is, I think, from Mr. Gandhi's perspective, an unequal fight. So what Mr. Gandhi is doing is now manufacture scams, manufacture this, and trying to attack that ultimate credibility of the chokidar. Because he realizes whether it is the NPA story, which is a 9 lakh crore scam, whether you look at 2G, 3G, whatever, all the scams were in that time. Now Augusta Westland is heating up. So in all of this, you've seen all the extradition treaties in terms India fighting to bring back Amalia, fighting to bring back Modi, Nirav Modi, fighting to bring back Kashmir. So all these things that happened which never happened under the Congress. So he's trying to hit the credibility, but people are smarter.
Prove that anyone took bribe.
No, it was
because look, 1 minute. Chori. No, Rahul. Chori is a serious, no, 1 second please, I need to wrap up. Chori is a very serious accusation. Rahul Gandhi has shown selective amnesia. 1 minute. A person who was designated a chor, and we are talking about fodder. Fodder chor. Chara chor.
4 times.
Not once, but as Poonawalla says, 4 times. And he's right. Convicted 4 times.
No, he hugged him.
Chara chori. Rahul Gandhi today is in alliance with that individual. So I don't know which chokidar is a chor.
With the sun.
No, he's
Tejasvi has not been proved. And he has
Tejasvi also, by the way, is accused of has also got corruption cases. It might be a matter of time. An apple, they say, doesn't fall far from the tree. I'll leave it at this. बाप चोर है, उसकी पार्टी के साथ मेरा एसोसिएशन है. That means I'm okay. This is weird logic. We leave it at that.